So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a demonstration on how to do this wall. Now this wall, you've got a window to go around and you've got a door frame to go around. So what I've done is similar to the other walls, I've measured the width from this corner to the other corner on the front wall, and then I've added 100mm. So I've got 50mm either side. So, but I've only cut one piece this length because as you can see here, we've got a window. We don't need another long length there because we don't want to paper over the window and door. And down here we've only got a small piece. So for this side wall, only cut one piece, measure and cut one. Okay, so I folded it just like I have done, concertina fold. Undo the first bit, like that. So just the same as you have done with all your other walls, 50mm, thumb up to the corner, like that. Straighten it up along the curving, like this. Now I've not got my smoothing brush out for this one because it's a small area. My smoothing brush is a bit big, so I'm just going to use my hand to put this where I want it to go. So, and if you just notice what I'm standing on, because I'm on the top, again, I've had to put another access equipment platform up, so 2 hop-ups, 2 planks, make sure they're not short and they're not overhanging, and that's a nice stable platform for this top piece. So, you see I unfolded every bit. Now, I can't go any further because I've got a window in the way and a door frame in the way. So what we've got to revert back to is when we did the envelope cut. It's similar. I'm looking for the outline of the window like this. Now I've got a corner there, so I'm going to go down. I've got a corner there, I'm going to go down. Right. I'm going to do is find the corner of this door frame. There. This other side goes right into the corner. Okay. I'm going to do that as well. So now I need to get my shears and I need to cut up all these diagonals. Now always when you're cutting door frames, window frames, anything that's square shaped, always go from the furthest point in. This bit's going to be cut out, so it doesn't matter, you're not going to damage it, but don't go further than the point. So shears, don't have to be accurate. Pull the paper away so you've got room to put your shears in. Right up to that top point. There. Again. This side, not even on the line, but it doesn't matter as long as I finish on that point. Right. So what I can do then is I can place this a bit better. So just taking it at the top, making sure it's still nice and straight. Taking it down that side, like that. Taking that in. Now I need to do this one because I won't be able to tuck that one in. Putting the paper away to the point. So now I'm going to tuck this one in. And this bit, don't try and do this. If you do this, you're just going to end up with bundles. Always come from length and smooth. The more you smooth the paper, the less creases you're going to get. Into the edges, like that. And then this one here, I need to tuck into the top. So no point is there. So again, tuck into the top. Make sure you've not come down further than the curving. Now I'm going to get the smoothing brush out. I'm just going to lift this up and make sure it gets tucked in there. Push all the air out. Push the air down there. It's there. Make sure you're getting all that air out. It'll look awful if you leave the air in. Right, so a bit like my envelope cut now. I've got all these triangles I don't need. So again, just cut them against the edge of your door frame like that. Yeah, there's no point trying to cut into there until you've got these huge pieces off. Reason being, this one is going to go along like that. I don't need it, so it doesn't matter if it's a bit of a jagged cut look. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is only wastage that I'm cutting off. Again, always fold the paste against itself. Like that, as much as you can. And throw it in. There. Yeah, I'm not doing them nice cuts, I'm just doing jagged cuts just to get rid of this. Doesn't have to be pretty. Because it's going in the bin. Again. What you'll find probably when you start papering is you'll get paste on you. And you'll get paste on you because you won't be used to keeping things clean. You might put too much paste on something. So you're just taking that excess off of there. Like that. That wall, obviously the door frame ends there. So I'm not going to paper that wall with this bit, so I'm just going to take that off as well. Right, so now I know my paper's on nice and smooth. Okay, the curving, check it in, lift up these tabs, get it right into the corners. Use your fingers if you need to do. Sometimes you can't get your smoothing brush in. And then I'm actually going to bring my bucket up here for this task because I don't want to just use a sponge on its own because I might be just smearing it about. There's an awful lot of paste on these door frames. It's on the door. It's all around here. Now, after you have papered, you'll be painting these. So if you've got paste on, it's going to just go gungy, isn't it? A bit like when we're stripping the walls. So take all the adhesive off before it dries. If you leave it to dry, it will be harder to get off. So giving it a really good wash on your door frames. Change your water regular as well. Don't want it on Ollie's door. Perfect door. Best rub down door ever. Don't want to leave it on there. Right, so I've cleaned everything now. So, if you were here, I'd be asking you now whether we go around on that wall or we cut into it. And hopefully you'll be thinking, I know what to do, Julie. I'm going to go right into it. Because we've already been round on that bit. So this wall can be cut right into the corner. Window frames, just like on the skirtings, I'm going to go right into the corners. All the way around. If you don't tuck your paper in, and you try and do this with your pencil, you'll just put holes around it. This wall is going to get papered. So what we're going to do is, we're going to leave a bit on that one. Remember, you're always protecting the corner when the wall next to it isn't done yet. So, what we can do now is just start trimming. So a bit boring this bit, people, but sometimes it gets a bit awkward as well because you think, well, I can't see my pencil line. So if it's easy for you, cut the crease on the opposite side. It's still the same as your pencil line, it's in the same place. So rather than be like that, a really khaki angle, just cut along the crease. You see, I've took that right off to there. Don't be scared of peeling your paper away from the wall. It's not going to fall off. The adhesive's really strong. because if I left it there for most of the day, it won't be that good. Oops, sponge, nearly. So wipe that top edge, like that bit, sure that's all clean before you use your smoothing brush. So, that bit, going on, all the air out. You see you've gone around the corner that little bit, like I should do. This bit here, just gonna take it up like that and trim right on the line because we don't want to go onto the door frame. We're not papering the door or the door frame, so we'll go right to the corner. If you haven't got a bin, just always make sure you throw these little ends into a corner that you're not going to stand. Like that. Again, a good wipe. And you see there, you think, well, it's not protecting the corner. It doesn't matter because we're going to paint this. Okay. So this one, because that wall's already been papered, we're going to cut it right into the corner. One thing I will say, if you tear lining paper, don't take it off and chuck it in the bin. Reason being, what'll happen is, it'll do this, watch this. Right, just torn that, right, to tear. Don't go, oh, that's it, I've had enough, chucking it away. Because what'll happen is, if you tear paper, it just goes back together. Okay, that dries, you wouldn't even know. You would not even know that was torn. All right, so don't worry about tearing your paper. If it's a finished paper, sometimes you can still get away with that. Other times you do have to take it off and redo it. But just remember, you're only practicing. You've only just started doing this. Get that off, keep watching your foot in, and cut the back edge. Remember, you don't need to throw paper away when you're practicing in here. Okay, if we made a mess on someone's house, fair enough, but hopefully you'll have made all your mistakes here. It's getting a bit awkward, but you made all your mistakes here before you have to go out and do it in someone's house. If you've already made mistakes, don't matter, you've probably learnt by them, you've probably learnt what not to do. Now that's something I won't do, just drop it on there, but I know if that'll let go of that, it disappeared. So, like that, get rid of that. And then this bit up here, remember we've got that tear, that don't matter. Wipe all around this window frame, wipe on that wall there, and then again, do it smooth. You put another piece on. So that's how to go around a window frame and a door frame on the wall.